Bago kong mag-invest sa isang stock, may 5 rules muna akong tinitignan. Kung gusto mo ng steady, controlled, at less risky na paraan para mag-invest sa Philippine stock market, then nasa tamang video ka. Well, let's face it, ang Philippine stock market is a very slow-moving market compared sa other markets out there. So I use these 5 core principles when investing in Philippine stocks. Kasi as a low-income average Pinoy investor, these principles help me make smarter decisions, stay grounded, and slowly build wealth, even with a limited budget and a slow market. Yan guys hindi ito tungkol sa kung gaano karaming pera ang hawak mo, kundi kung paano mo tinuturuan ang sarili mong mag-invest na may rules and strategies. Kasi by the end of the day, this might set as a solid foundation sa iyong wealth someday. With that said, let me share these 5 rules so you can see how I approach the stock investing industry and why I stick to these principles. Paalala lang none in this video is a financial advice. Always do your own research bago bumili, mag-hold, or magbenta ng kahit na namang asset. Yan, we'll start with our first rule. My first rule is I only invest in companies I know. I don't blindly buy stocks just because someone recommended them to me. Para sa akin, I put my money into companies whose products and services I actually use or probably understand. One good example neto is si Jollibee. We all know who Jollibee is. Majority of us even grew up with the brand. Sa ngayon, marami silang inacquire na brands like Mang Inasal, Greenwich, na tinatangkilik ng mga Pinoy araw-araw. And of course, sino ba namang hindi nakakakilala kay Manila Water, which is isa sa dalawang kumpanya na nagsusupply ng tubig sa Metro Manila. Kapag hindi mo kilala ang company or business model nila, how confident are you na ang pera mo ay napupunta sa tamang lugar? Para ka lang sumakay sa jeep na hindi mo alam kung saan pupunta. See? If you don't understand the business or its product, well, simply don't invest in it. My second rule is, well, dividends are king. Lalo na sa Philippine stock market na minsan stagnant or unpredictable. Take A-REIT for example. Ito ang pinakaunang real estate investment trust sa Pilipinas. Also known for their consistent dividends every quarter. As a matter of fact, last 2025, nag-declare sila or nagbigay sila ng cash dividends worth 52 cents per share. And meron silang dividend yield na around 5% more or less, even while nasa downtrend ang buong stock market ng Pilipinas. Another good example is si Robinsons. Ang dividend nila ay lumalago ng around 5% per year or year to year. And they're still paying regular dividends. Ang REITs katulad ng A-REIT and Robinsons or RCR ay required by law na mag-distribute ng malaking part ng income nila as dividends. Dahil dito, kahit hindi tumaas yung presyo ng stock nila, meron pa rin cash flow na dumarating para siyang bonus, kumbaga, na nakakatulong mag-cushion ng risk kung uncertain ang markets. Kaya kapag nag-invest ako sa dividend stocks, tinitignan ko kung nagbibigay sila ng regular and dependable income para hindi ako nakaasa sa price movement ng stock all of the time. For my third rule naman, I don't panic when the markets dip. Kasi stocks go down. Minsan biglaan, pero again, that's not something that would trigger my panic. Kasi I see these dips as opportunities to buy more shares at a discounted price para sa mga magagandang companies na to. One good example nito is si BDO. BDO is the largest bank sa Philippines with strong earnings and income growing over time. In fact, BDO recorded the net income of around 87 billion pesos in the year 2025, which shows that their performance is still strong regardless or during the volatility. Kapag nagdidip ang BDO price, I use it as an opportunity to add more shares because malaki ang potential ng financial sector when it comes to growth for the long term. Another good example is again si Jollibee, si JFC. If the stock dips, I sometimes add more shares because this company has a proven track record in the fast food industry dito sa Pilipinas. And as of now, they are expanding globally, which of course proves that not only they're effective here dito sa Philippines, they can go outside of the country then. Always remember guys, strong fundamentals do not make the company invincible. Because eventually, they would run out of ideas, probably, but hopefully I'm wrong. Mawawalan din sila ng customer someday. But that's at the very far future. Again, they don't make overnight collapses if they have strong fundamentals. And overall, it increases the likelihood of these companies to bounce back. So again, dips are normal, but one thing you have to take note of is buying good companies at a discounted price. My fourth rule is just buy, hold, and forget. Hindi ako nag-chase ng short-term price spikes. Kapag bumili ako ng stock, tinitignan ko kung worth it ba siya long-term. Then I just, well, let it go with time. Common example nito is si Maynilad. Utility companies usually it's stable kasi nga their demands are depending on the customer's basic needs. Ano ba si Maynilad? Maynilad supplies water sa Metro Manila. It's a basic necessity. There's another example, which is First Gen. Isa silang malaking power company sa Pilipinas na may diverse power asset or portfolio including natural gas, geothermal, hydro, renewable sources, you name it, they have it. Sa mga ganitong klaseng companies kasi, hindi mo na need mag-monitor every single day. Dahil lumalago sila over time with the demand of electricity, water, and other essential services. These companies do not die out easily kasi basic needs ang ino-offer nila. Well, last but not the least, only invest in money you won't need soon. For me, that's my fixed monthly allocation of 1,000 pesos per month. I mean, at least for now. Eventually, I'll grow it probably 2,000, 3,000 per month. But as of now, that's the only capital, that's the only money I can invest kasi yun lang ang hindi ko kailangan in the near future. Hindi ako nag invest ng pera na kailangan ko for short-term expenses, bills, or even emergencies. Remember guys, investing is not a it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. So always think long term, mga let's say 5 to 10 years at least. Kung hindi mo pa kailangan na gamitin ang pera and meron kang 5 to 10 years na naiisip na paggamitan ng pera mo, then eventually you could use that money to gain more wealth in the future. Always take note, investing is for the long term. If you're only thinking short term, I would think twice when it comes to investing. Kasi dyan ka nagkakaroon ng mataas na risk kung maikli lang ang time horizon mo. So these are my 5 core principles when investing to the Philippine stock market, even as a beginner on a tight budget. If you find this video valuable, please leave a like and subscribe para di ka mahuli sa mga investing tips and other info na ibinibigay ko. Kung may tanong ka naman or kung may gusto kang malaman about anything and everything about beginner and low budget investing as well as personal finance 101, please do not hesitate to drop a comment below. And guys, thanks for watching. Ciao, ciao.